I'd never connected those two
Get it
dots.
now?
I'd never connected those two dots.
Although they weren't exactly what I would have done, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. What would you have done, or is there anything different that you?
Well, that one, I really could.
That's right.
I thought that would have been.
Yeah, we definitely didn't want to cut glass. Had Steve Snyder call us the next day. We were like, we weren't trying to give them a heart attack or anything. We just wanted to talk to them.
Exactly.
We haven't, I haven't reached out to them. We're not trying to do this thing tomorrow.
No, we definitely
Yeah, and if anything, I was trying to get it so that you could have ADA access. You know, I was trying to fix it, you know, with the other side.
ABC really?
Yeah, I know that.
No warrant?
Yeah.
So I grew up in our positions.
Just for you.
Being a real kid, a sheep runner.
It does. It helps a lot of stuff. And you hope, you know, somebody's not driving a giant truck
keep track of how
in a
many
wheelchair, but maybe they are. I don't know.
It was
I am enjoying it.
But even the sidewalks help the ramp so you get people.
And I see his car here
This is
well
crazy.
after.
Yeah, I
I think it could help.
That's when I get stuff
Well,
done.
sorry, yeah,
I
yeah,
know,
I
true.
figure, yeah, I see your car here
It would
late.
be a big project. We're not just gonna go in there and be heavy-handed about it.
No.
If there were accidents there every weekend, yeah, we need to step in and get something done. But right now, it's more, we have the luxury of time.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing that in the Cade anytime. And you can't go 30 miles an hour there. You can't.
You just got into
You're gonna end up hitting the
Well, we were always grew up, I mean, I grew up
running
in
off the road or something, so.
farm auctions, they had livestock
You'd have to have a pretty good souped up car that goes either 30 and 10 feet.
up working ranges and stuff. Yeah, I just.
Yeah, I think the striping will help.
Good.
I like it.
Jack, you punched us in?
Yep.
I have not.
It's on, it's on.
You got it. Okay, hey, welcome back. All right, welcome everyone. That's cool. Hey, all right. You don't need electronics, we have that. Welcome everyone to the March 6th Traffic Safety Commission meeting. We have some minutes that we need to review from last month. If all of you get a chance to take a look at them, please. Now I'll entertain a motion to accept them.
Having reviewed the minutes from February 7th, 2024, I would move to accept those minutes.
Thank you, Cindy. A second?
I second it.
Thank you, Jack. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carried. We'll move on to unfinished business. Cindy, I think you brought this up at the last meeting, if you could.
Okay,
Tell
well,
us the
I've
situation.
I've tried to go through their different times of the day, and it seems like maybe where the greatest problems are in the evening hours and the early morning hours when people are not at work or whatever. If you go through like midday or something, it seems to be okay. There is one vehicle that seems to be parked there quite a lot, but you know, I guess it's just kind of a wait and see to see if we get some complaints.
I'm sorry, Cindy, I was just reminded that Connie may be signing
Oh,
on, and
sorry.
I'd forgotten about that. Connie, do we hear from you? Okay, we don't
I
have,
don't show her.
don't have her, oh, there she is.
Oh, just invited. She's
Oh,
not
just
on.
invited,
She's not
okay.
on.
All right, well, she hasn't signed in there yet, please, okay. So Harrison Ridge, what do we think on that? That,
Yeah, and I hadn't reached out to recycling or anything, and I suppose maybe that's something that we could do, but,
Dustin?
I have talked to recycling. I talked to Borden, the city's, contracted recycling, people, and there's times that it is an issue. Again, early morning hours. I mean, we're there through with the trash trucks, same size trash trucks. They're working with snow plows, not so much typically this year, but we have been through there quite a bit. Again, just to kind of build off what one of Mayor Gross's, biggest presses is just have our neighbors help neighbors. Again, encourage them to kind of stagger parking. I don't think there's anything that needs to take action at this point. We haven't had a whole lot of complaints. Our trash crews haven't called and said that there's issues getting through. Borden stops in once a week and gives us a reflection of any issues they've had for the week. They haven't said anything about it. Again, I think it may be a little bit of fluke, but if we can encourage neighbors to kind of stagger their parking, not park straight, right across from each other, that'll help out more than anything, and just a reminder to be good neighbors to the community.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have a homeowners association, so it's not like we can put word out through the homeowners group.
All right. Any other discussion there? If not, we'll move on to new business. The high school entrance, the traffic signs, since the renovation, we've had a couple of concerns about it, and one of the things that as you go into the high school, you go towards what used to be the horseshoe, and it goes down and then turns left and curls around to the left in front of the main entrance now. There's also a line of cars in the morning and probably in the evening too that come from the north, so they kind of meet in that area. But also the circle out there where there are stop signs that are placed there, and there's been some cars that have gone through and not realized that traffic coming in from State Road 15 does not have to stop at that first one. So it's been suggested that they put signs out that say cross traffic does not stop, and possibly a yield sign where the gate is down by the area from the north where they would merge in with those going into the main entrance. Tracy Horo, would you like to step up to the podium and let us know? Tracy's with the Warsaw Schools. And
Yeah,
have you heard any concerns or anything other than that?
I have not. I brought it up at our facilities meeting that this would be coming to this traffic safety, and that might be adding these signs to stop ordinances. But I've also suggested facilities that we, as you just mentioned, cross traffic doesn't stop. I know there's markings, that's not updated at all, so you can't really get a clear idea, but we did try to separate the traffic going forward with the lines, and then there's a little bump out if you ever went down there on the right side, that right lane has to turn. I did notice the last couple of days when I've been going to work, that stop sign would be I gotta think about it now. The north side is set back quite a bit. I don't know if you noticed that, Mark, too. It's probably, I don't know, I didn't measure, but I'm thinking it's 2 or 3 car lengths back from where that traffic is. So I don't know if the position of the sign, but I have not heard anything from the school system about coming in. I do know traffic at times, depending on the weather, goes all the way back north on 15 at times at the high school for a brief 5-7 minutes. So, and it's also our time to start telling students as the weather gets better, not to start crossing State Road 15 and 25 as well. So, yeah. Any questions, I guess? More than willing to help, add anything needed.
So basically, just to piggyback off of Tracy, is that coming from 15 into the school, the left lane doesn't have to stop, the right has to turn right. But there's no, when I sent pictures to everyone, there's no guidance that yield signs on either side and arrows. So I actually witnessed, and I brought up to Tracy, a car that was coming from 15 went straight through, but the car that was turning left to go on to 15 had to stop because they didn't realize that it was that they had to give the right of way. So it's just with all the construction and everything, it's just a correction. We just need to,
We are adding campus signage too as well to help with a little bit of that in the future, where things are at. There's just so many things that we'd have like 15 things on the sign with arrows, so we're gonna try and minimize that too as well, but,
With any changes, that brings changes.
yeah.
That's the way it goes. Okay, so you guys are gonna take care of that. You need any
Can.
assistance with that?
I think we just need to get the sign and attach that stop sign if need be on both sides.
Okay, very good.
and we can basically add it to when we repaint the lines and all that stuff to have the paint company put those on there. You know, as far as for the left-hand turn, arrow straight, and a left-hand turn, arrow straight, and a right-hand turn.
In
So,
that one you're talking about that it is set back a little bit, would a bar help there?
With a
A
bar.
stop bar painted on the road?
I think there is, it's just set back quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so maybe repainted might help a little bit of that, but if you look there, right, I mean, the far north lane really hasn't changed, but that sign is still set back,
Yeah, right there.
yeah, quite a bit. If you go up just a little bit, Joel. Yeah, it's, there you go, you see that there. So it's a ways back from
Yeah, it is.
traffic coming in.
It is back.
Well, that helps to allow room for buses to turn that way.
Yeah.
I
And they
think that's the
changed
initial-
that little bit, so that's shut off, so they can't, there's not a,
Right.
so I don't know, it's back a little bit.
so that middle where the arrow is, that middle lane's not there anymore, because the access road is now to the left, correct?
Yes.
That's how,
Yes.
so that's why that sign's sitting back so far now, and just the appearance of it to where it sits.
Yeah, you can see the road coming in kind of there, the dirt road.
Yeah, that's the road that's there now.
Yeah. So moving that sign closer might help, I don't know, that's up to you guys, but we're happy to add those.
Do buses go through in that direction?
Yes.
They go both ways.
During the day they do, and then in the mornings, they're coming in from 15. And in the evenings, I have 8 buses that go from the horseshoe, which is the football field, go around and they take the back way out of 15. So they come up 15, take a right and head south. So,
Around the pack,
excuse me?
around the pack. That's what you're talking about.
No, around where, around at the bottom where the right-hand turn is, right? Where move your cursor down, right? Nope, down.
They come out here.
Yeah, they come out there,
They go around.
yes, and they hang out right,
Right out.
right, and they go around. And then they head south down 15.
Okay.
But it's with traffic, when, we probably average what, 250, 300 cars that come through there? It just, with, teachers leaving, everybody, that's like the focus, that's like the choke point for all the traffic. And in the morning, it's the same way. People coming in and clearing out. So,
All right. Thank you, Tracy. Any other comments?
I'd like to ask a question. So this is the school's campus, just for my own information here. Do we have an agreement with them that we take care of signage and traffic flow like this?
Yes, we do. We don't take care of it, but we approve it. And we're also authorized to enforce state law on their property. And so that was a
Okay.
thing that's been in a long time, decades.
But they actually put in the signs?
They take care of the signs.
Okay. Another comment was that Lance mentioned a stop bar. Would that be helpful? I noticed on the incoming path coming in, there appears to be a stop bar there, but that's not a stop, right?
There is not, or it is not a stop sign.
both lanes don't stop.
Both lanes don't stop,
Right,
but
one
there
makes
is
a right-hand turn,
That's a mistake.
right, and then
Okay.
one makes a right-hand turn, and there's a sign that says, right lane has to turn right.
Right,
And then the other one is straight.
yeah. But my comment was, there is a stop bar there, so.
Yes.
That might be something that might want to be addressed.
No, I would say that's
Not
dated.
anymore?
I would agree, that's dated.
Okay.
It doesn't look like that.
All right,
New blacktop and
Yep.
there's just a yellow line down the center.
good,
Straight arrow return, there's no stop.
good.
Do you have the pictures I sent? Or not? Okay.
Google Earth has the asphalt heading toward the rotunda, which this one doesn't, but this has all been redesigned. It's now a straight chute right here. It's straight, Lance, if you can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. With no stop bar. I remember before retiring, it was pretty smooth going through there.
Yep. Okay, it's gonna take a while for that, but I think we're all in agreement for that, unless there's more
Sure.
discussion. All right, thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Let's move on to other new business, Warsaw Police Department yearly traffic update. Chief Whitaker. You've been staying up all night studying this, I'm sure.
Well, we completed this document 2 months ago, so I was reviewing it. Yeah, so in accordance with the city ordinance, the police department is to produce a annual traffic report. I've already produced the report to the mayor's office, and we're producing it now to the traffic commission for the purpose of making public record. And I'd be happy to answer any questions, or try to answer any questions anyone have. I know you had the chance to review it. It has the 2022 and the 2023 stats.
Just an observation from 2022 to 2023. I know at one point in time, we were low on the number of officers that we had, and I think we kind of rectified that maybe in 2023, and you can really see the difference in the number of citations and everything. And
Yes, I would agree.
And I know, I notice it, like particularly North Detroit Street, State Road 15, US 30, the officers are out there patrolling, much more now that we're up to a greater number of staff members.
Yes, I know it was obviously a focus in 2022 and 2023 for Mayor Talmer, and my conversations with Mayor Gross, it's even more so, the focus being in these high traffic areas. State Road 15, you notice that the crashes have increased from 2022, and they're still our highest frequency of crashes in the city. And we try to have a presence out there as well as US 30.
Do you have a number for crashes or fatalities for 22 and 23?
Yes, I believe it was 2. It's in here. Let me. Fatalities in 2022 we had 2. In 2023 we had 1. And I know the one in 2023 was on North Detroit Street at Anchorage Road. It was a motorcycle car crash. I will say, in collecting this data and talking and speaking with the patrol captain, we were certainly pleased, as stated by Council Member Dobbins, that having those additional officers has made it so that our officers have the ability to get out onto the highway. But the number of written encounters increased by 1,100 last year, over 2022.
Do you have a thought as to why the number jumped so high on driving while suspended under both infraction and misdemeanor?
None other than those 1,100 written warnings. Those contacts are going to lead to those additional. Sometimes those are duplicated. So those driving while suspended would be associated with one of those, possibly those written warnings or those written tickets. So the increased traffic stops would lead to the increased contacts, which would lead to the increased driving while suspended.
So do you think we have the same amount of people driving while suspended? Or do you think we are just seeing more of what is driving suspended?
You got to call it.
I'd say the same amount of people are driving while suspended. We just have the ability with the
Same
stops to be able to make more of an impact. Hopefully, what we did in 2023 will be reflected in 2024. Hopefully, those contacts are still there and maybe the driving while suspended are down.
Any other questions for Chief Whitaker?
What's unsafe backing?
Backing unsafely.
The way my mother backs?
I mean, is it like,
Don't put that in the record.
no, it's like, no, is that like pulling onto a street and then trying to back out of it, or?
Well, every crash report requires that there be an identifier as to the reason for the crash if the officer is able to.
Okay.
So if the vehicle's backing up and strikes something,
Okay, gotcha.
that's going to fall under unsafe backing.
Okay. Because I wasn't the only one who was wondering what it
If
was.
you didn't see what you backed into, it was unsafe.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
You have that on your bus reports.
Yeah.
Not using your
We got
mirror.
backup cameras. But I was just, because Dustin asked me, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, a few of these were buses.
Thank you.
No, they were. They were. I ain't gonna.
Do have just one quick question, Scott, and it may not have, as far as the breakdown on collisions per month, is there any kind of statistical data or anything that supports that? I mean, I was just kind of looking through it as far as from my side of things of street conditions and things due to, winter weather and things of that nature, but that really doesn't seem to be necessarily an impact. There's other months, I mean, 23 had quite a bit in November. I just didn't know if there was anything that really.
So you're going to make me say it, aren't you? Our roads are so well maintained in the weather. There is no change in data.
Appreciate it, Scott. No further questions.
Team effort. Team effort.
A little something in the mail for that.
And tell them in your auction voice.
All right. Thank you, Chief.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Committee of Planning reports. Justin, do you have anything that
No,
you need to, any updates or anything? No. And we know Dustin doesn't have anything. He spoke all last month.
Right.
All right. Any other matters that might come before the board?
I do have one thing I wanted to go over. Very often in police work, we'll put things on social media trying to identify people. And we've actually been looking for this person. I didn't know if anybody could identify him at all. This guy on the left.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, we just found out his car insurance expired, or his warranty expired, and we want to let him know that. So if we can identify this fine young man.
Yeah, that's somebody. I don't know anybody like that. Wears
I'll be on the
glasses.
lookout.
Very suspicious looking. That's all I have.
Who is this?
This is a few years ago, 1989.
What was he, about 150, 160?
I love that. Looking good.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Okay, any other matters that might come before the board? Next regular scheduled meeting then is Wednesday, May 1st. We will not meet in April because of spring break. Mark, you had something you wanted to, for the adjournment? You wanted someone to announce?
Yeah, I think Dustin ought to do it in his auctioneer voice.
For those of you that wonder where we're talking about, he was during the Hall of Fame banquet at the Warsaw Athletic. Dustin was the auctioneer there. It was entertaining.
Very well done.
Very well done. Do you want to give it a try, Dustin?
No. Just my
All
side fly. You see me on the weekends, you can come bid.
I'll entertain a motion from you, Dustin, to adjourn then.
So moved.
A second?
I'll second.
Cindy, thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Thanks for the picture.
Yeah.
Where did you find
Did I
that?
forget to tell you I was gonna do that?
No, you did, yes, you did. Forget it.